Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Angela. Please remember to like, subscribe, and share. And before I get started, I'll read my disclaimers. If you are in immediate danger, please call 911 or you can reach out to the domestic hotline at 800-799-SAFE, 800-799-7233. And for mental health resources, reach out to NAMI at 800-950-NAMI. 800-950-6264, and you can also text NAMI at 741741. With that being said, again, please remember to like, subscribe, and share. So today I want to talk directly to the men, because this is something that you should also be aware of and that you should do as well. I have two sons myself, and I would tell them the same thing. Protect your energy. You know, be aware of the women that you're dating or the women that you're giving yourself to. Be aware. And like I said, protect your energy. It's most important, especially for you to know who you're dealing with and know the type of woman that you're dealing with. And I said that because I wanted to share a story that I was watching on YouTube. It was under the 60 Minutes Australia, and this happened in 2012. This man met this woman and they got engaged, and I'll link the story down below, but I'm just going to give you a brief synopsis of what happened. They got engaged, and he described her as a woman that was real dainty, so to speak, and she dressed really nice, real conservative, and she had he said, the voice of a little girl, you know. So when I heard that, I immediately thought about sheep's and wolf clothing. So she was pretending to be something, and all along she was the worst thing possible. So like I said, they got engaged. She ended up building a house for them, and during the relationship, the family liked her. His parents liked her. I think he was the only child, but his mother and dad really took to her. They thought she was wonderful. But a year into the relationship, they started to see signs about her. She started to come unglued. She ended up getting a job with the sheriff's office there, or the police department there, and she became a clerk. So while she was there, she started reporting false accusations about her fiance, saying that he was beating her and raping her and all sorts of things. And what I thought that was odd, they call it some type of an order. I'm assuming a restraining order. If you listen to the story, you'll see, but they were still allowed to stay in the same home. And so she would tell her fiance that since now that she's working for the police department, that they are really overprotective of her and they don't, mean anything about it. They're just looking out for her best interest. And I just kind of found it odd and I know in different countries things are handled different ways, but I found it odd that this man would still stay after all these things were coming up against him. It would have just sent to me out a red flag that something's not right. But he stayed, and he noticed that she would start walking into things, and she just made a joke about how everybody always consider her to be real clumsy. But she was doing this to set him up. She was walking into walls. She was getting bruises and doing things that would look suspicious, to look as if though she was being beaten. And this woman, she had, this wasn't her first time doing this. She had started this when she was a child. She lied on one of her friends' father and said that he had molested her and did all sorts of things. They said her story was that he was a diplomat, so he was able to flee the country without persecution. But the real story was that they found no evidence that he had done anything. And they talked to the family in this story a little bit later, but they were distraught. So I said all this to say, you know, this woman came into this man's life. He built a house. He ended up getting kicked out. She moved in her lover, and he had to pay the mortgage because the house was still in his name. But he also went to jail for 4 months because they were getting ready to throw the book at him, and they arrested him. And until they could, you know, go to court, he was in jail. But I said all of that to say that this woman came into this man's life. She destroyed it. And also it reached out to his parents. They spent money trying to clear his name. At the end, his mother and dad, they had been married for 30 years. They separate because of the stress and the depression of it all. They just couldn't deal with it. So they went their own ways. So like I said all of that. I told this story to say this. If you're in a relationship with a woman and things seem to be too good to be true and things are coming at you, she's telling you about how her life was, and it was all bad. There was nothing good in her life. Like this woman, every story she told, all the men that she dealt with hurt or abused her. You want to be leery of that. She had no friends. She was just real, I would say, withdrawn, and she became a leech to this man. She sucked him dry for everything she could get, and she did for at least 6 years. And then it finally started to backfire when this woman came, another police officer came, and she reviewed the case and started to see that all the lies that this woman was telling, and she pretty much cracked the case and she solved it. But by this time, the man had lost so much, you know, and his family had lost so much. So I'm saying, as a man, it's important for you to protect your energy. Know who you're giving yourself to. I understand that men want to be the protectors, but in doing so, you also need to protect yourself. You never know what type of woman you have in your life and what her motive or goal is. So if you feel that something is off and you don't feel the peace that you should feel when you meet a woman, look at that. You know, that's your intuition trying to speak to you. Look at that and back off. You know, when you meet your true soulmate or the one that you should be with, there's going to be peace. You're going to feel peace in her presence. I'm not saying that you're not ever going to have arguments, because that's not possible. You disagree with people and you have an off day, so that's to be expected. But when you meet the one that you're supposed to be with, you're going to feel the peace in this woman, and it's going to be vice versa. She's going to feel the peace in you. And this man didn't feel that. You could tell by the story, he felt that something was off. And in feeling something that was off, he should have immediately listened to his intuition and just parted ways. You know, you hear people say, and I've heard it before, that, man, she's crazy, but her sex is really good. You know, the crazy ones have the best sex. Don't get caught up in the physical of it with a woman. Don't get caught up in how she makes you feel in the bedroom or what she can do for you. Really get to know this person that you're giving your life to or giving your all to, before you have somebody that's a wolf and you can't get rid of them, or they're stuck in your life for 6 years or so. So be cautious who you give yourself to. Protect your energy. And it's wise to also meditate. You know, start your day off with a meditation, you know, before you go out into the world, before you meet people. And it's important, again, protect your energy. I hope this is helping someone. Please remember to share this video with someone that you may have concerns about. And again, remember to like it and subscribe. And I'll see you again soon. Thank you for watching.